Alright guys, I feel like today's as good a day as any and probably was inevitably coming, but it's just going to be a video basically just culminating everything that has happened the past couple months, several months, and pretty much the whole year. The slow, steady, big decline of this game in terms of player base and content and everything, and basically it's just been super stagnant this whole year. It's just been spotlight mission and a new bot every month. That's it. That's all it's been, nothing else. And the deals, they just keep coming. Like ever since they introduced the 5-star bots, they keep slamming us with these expensive, super expensive deals. Obviously, they're just, they're there if you want them, but that's all it is. It's just deal after deal after deal every week, just deals, man. And what did we get today? We got these bot crystal energon bundles. What is this? Oh no, no big deal. You just go over here, get your little selection of $100 3100 Grimlock pack. It has a 4-star bot crystal and half of a 5-star, and then of course you go down, $50 one, another 4-star, and a fourth of a 5-star bot crystal. And that's not all. To get you to spend that energon, they have these little limited time offer tier 2 alpha spark bundles. But it's not just that, it's the little authorization little thing. Oh, gotta unlock the next one. Let's go over here real quick. Let's see what it has. It's basically the same deal that they had a couple weeks ago. I think it's like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's these spark bundles. In total, you're basically spending over 6,000 energon to get that very last bundle, which is only 5,000 tier 3 alpha spark essence and 5,000 tier 4 basic spark essence. It's super expensive, man. I suggest nobody go for this, and we'll go a little bit more into detail later. But yeah, I saw this again and I was like, no way, are they seriously doing this again? Yep, here it is, guys. If you guys want to spend over $200, here's the deal, and they're just gonna keep coming, and no new content is gonna keep getting added, as well as a couple other things. So we're gonna go over that real quick. Let's actually switch over to the beginning of this year with a little conversation I had with Mike, and it involved just literally just a couple of Twitter messages. Here's the first one that he sent me, and the little home bar is blocking it, so let me move it off to the side. If you guys it's a while back. It's on January 18th 2018 of this year at 11:15 a.m. He says, "Hey, Night Skies, I'm Mike from the Transformers community team. I've been speaking with our character team and we're all big fans of your videos. We wanted to know if there's any information or anything that we could get you, or anything we can help with to help you make any videos. Let us know." Obviously, as you guys probably guessed, I was super excited. He reached out to me, and I was ecstatic. I was like super happy. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be great. They're gonna help me out, probably make give me information to make more content, things like that. And I replied. I asked them for if I could get information on bots that were gonna be coming out this year, or anything else that they could help me out with. And then this is a reply, and just take a look at the date. Basically a whole month later, he says, "Hey, so sorry to be so slow to get back to you. I'm happy to hear that you're interested. We're just working on some stuff on our end, and I will let you know if there is any movement." At this point, I was like, yeah, it's all going to be downhill from here. I really don't think anything's going to be coming. And I think I replied to this saying something like, "Oh, all right, thanks for replying. I'll be waiting." I don't know. I don't remember, but I kind of knew things weren't going to go so well. And then here's the third message, guys. A month later, it's just a link to the forum discussion, which was basically talking about a new spotlight. And that was it. That was all it was. That was it. That's the end of me and Forge to Fight's community team members discussions, I guess. That was it. It was nothing interesting, nothing exciting, but at that point I kind of knew all right, You know, nothing's ever gonna come about this game. And I think I also replied to them asking like if there's ever gonna be like a content creator program, and no reply. So yeah, at that point I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm just not gonna keep my hopes up, not even gonna think twice about reaching out to them again. But anyways, over the last couple months, a couple things have happened. The first things first, the introduction of the 5-star box. I think that introducing the 5-star characters, while it is nice, I think that opened the door to all of these absurd deals. So much money that I'm pretty sure they've made just off of these deals. And, you know, smart move by them from a business point, but it's been nothing rewarding for us. It's just been no new content, same spotlight mission. Megatronus, we all thought this guy was going to be unplayable, but they made him playable, and he's super strong in my opinion. I don't think they should have made him playable. And this little combination here, Megatronus Robot Resource, it's such a pain in the butt to deal with. I just never want to go through it again. I don't think I've raided in like over a week. When was the last time I raided? 6 days ago. Yeah, it's been a while since I raided, so I don't intend to raid anytime soon. Not only that, we have a couple other things, including Nano Jack, aka Wheeljack on Nano Repair. So ever since they introduced this guy, his overall kit is really nice, and he obviously was bugged when he was first released. He was doing an insane amount of damage by getting 3 attack buffs. He was doing so much. I don't know how Kabam didn't test that, and of course they nerfed him the next couple days, but they left the Nano Repair mastery, you know, intact. They didn't fix it. They didn't modify it a little bit. I don't know how in their minds it's okay for a bot to be invincible for like a whole minute. If you have Nano Repair max, this guy doesn't die for a whole minute. And sure, you know, they're gonna say something like, oh well, you know, any bot that applies a damage over time effect, like a bleed, a shock, a burn, anything like that, can get through his force shield. But come on, you know, some of the experienced players, you're not gonna get hit that often, and if you do, like, it's really, you know, you'll get tagged maybe a couple times, but it's not gonna be enough to actually kill you. And of course, you can just repair up with his special 3, so it's really no big deal. You can keep getting those force shields, but it's a whole minute from the time that the fight starts that you're invincible, and I don't know how they think that's okay. This definitely isn't okay in my opinion, and it should have been addressed and fixed very, you know, within that month. But no, they just let it slide. And then the other thing that also came about was recently that Optimus Prime event. It just, you know, just another money sink for a lot of players to open up a bunch of crystals and try to get that that Optimus Prime. And I had hoarded up a bunch of crystals, so I didn't actually spend on anything, which I'm actually like proud of, but man, we still came in 4th, which sucked. I'm not complaining about that, but it's just the fact that that event had a lot of people spending money, and it was just a money sink to try to get, you know, more money out of the players for a 5-star Optimus Prime. And I wouldn't be surprised if we have some more of those, but that is, again, just another little sign that they're just trying to get some more money out of you guys, out of us. And I think the thing that really definitely bothered me the most was the whole Megatronus raid event, and having Mike call it a collusion. That, you know, it's definitely a bad term. It's a term that's used like in a negative way, like if we're plotting something so drastic, super bad, you know, things like that. And it's like, no dude, you know, some of us, we're obviously going to get through bases, and the fact that we just want to get through it as quickly as we can. And if, you know, some of us want to put our base in a way to help some other players just blow through our base, get those chips and continue on, since you guys wanted to nerf the featured bot chips in the first place, that's fine by me, man. I mean, if you guys really didn't want bots to be removable, why is this button even in the game? That little thing, like if I just want to replace my guy, like I'll just replace him, that's fine. But why is that little thing, you know, you can just remove everything if I wanted to. I'll just, I'll just do it right now. I'll just get rid of every single bot I have. It just doesn't make sense, dude. Like, why have this in the game if it's gonna be, an issue, I guess. And they want to call that colluding, and of course lower the featured bot chip rewards, and just put it in a negative light. And here's the thing that I don't understand. Waspinator. This has been an exploit that's been in the game for a while, and certain alliances, I'm not gonna go and show the alliances, but you guys can go check for yourselves on the leaderboard. If you just go through some of the player profiles, you'll see that quite a few people have Waspinator pretty much ranked up, maxed, and forged. And if you guys don't know, there's an exploit with this guy going on right now, and it's been going on for a while. Kabam just never acknowledged it. And basically, you just take a Waspinator in to a fight and into alliance missions, and you basically just battle with him until he dies, and then you just pause the game and you time out. You just wait 5 minutes, and then you time out, this guy doesn't die, and then you start the fight over again, and you just never die with this guy. It's clearly an exploit, and I don't know how Kabam can't define this as colluding or collusion, where, say, hypothetically speaking, like if my leader was to say everybody with a 4-star Waspinator or a 5-star Waspinator that's duped, max forge him, max rank him, we're all gonna do difficulty 100 this week, and we're gonna get a bunch of rewards. I don't know how Kabam doesn't think that isn't colluding, and better yet, this is a huge exploit with this particular character. And here's what Mike had to say on the forums, just real quick before we get into the major stuff. Let's see, where is it? So he says, is it Mike? Yeah, it's Mike. This is using intended functionality in an unintended way that can be exploited, and it is something that we want to address. What that means, we don't know right now. There have been a lot of great suggestions in here regarding timers, timeout penalties, or alterations to his signature ability, how often it works. We have been discussing these ideas. We do find this behavior concerning as well, but don't currently have confirmation on how/when we might tackle it. Seriously, you guys are super busy that you can't focus on this one bot that's pretty much just breaking alliance missions at the moment. If you want to rank up Waspinator for this, that's up to you, but keep in mind we might make changes to the mode or this bot in the future. Appreciate the concern you guys have raised over this, and we have received a lot of messages from many of you in regards to this. We're sorry we can't be more specific at this time. Here's a suggestion that will pretty much solve it. Just disable Waspinator, man. Just disable him from being able to be selected in alliance missions while you guys, put it up on your little whiteboard at the office, like different ways to be able to fix Waspinator in alliance missions. Well, it takes you guys probably like the remainder of this year to be able to fix them. Yeah, I don't see any other way right now. Clearly, they don't have time for content or bug fixes, but they do have time to fix certain characters that are very OP, like when, of course, Wheeljack got released. Same with Jazz, but they kind of kept Jazz at a cap of 30 buffs, and then who else got fixed almost immediately? I know, what's his name? Kickback got fixed pretty much the next day. So they can clearly, if they wanted to dedicate certain people to tackle this issue, they could, but they choose not to. They just choose to ignore it. Basically, they acknowledge that the exploit is there, but they're fine with people doing it. So yeah, it just goes to show you, man, like how, but yet then again, if we want to modify our base and make it a little bit easy for some players, even like some of the newbies, to get through the bases and get some featured bot chips to get like Megatronus, and yet that's looked at in a very, very bad way. So it's just super confusing, which leads us to, actually, before we get to that, a lot of these requests and things, they tell us to contact their support team, and half of the time the support team doesn't even know that this game exists. they'll reply with messages regarding MCOC, Contest of Champions, which I don't know, dude. They just have idiots working in their customer support. They probably don't even know that this game exists. So yeah, half the time, guys, I wouldn't even bother contacting their support. They're just a complete joke. So anyways, all of this has basically spiraled into a never-ending roller coaster that's been going downhill. And this week, I know we're probably gonna get like a bot intel report for Scorponok and his spotlight mission, but to be honest, I feel like that's all we're gonna get for this month of November. It's gonna be the same thing. And I know Kabam, I don't know who it was, if it was Mike, somebody, they had said like, oh yeah, we're really proud or really excited that you guys enjoyed this month's spotlight. And it was basically the same thing. It was just Megatronus. To be honest, it was even easier for them to create this spotlight. Chapter 3 was just 2 bots, 2 Megatronus, and that's it. It was so easy for them, so I'm sure they enjoyed that. They liked that, you know. But yeah, I'm sure for the month of November, we're just going to be getting that. I'd be really, really surprised if we got anything else. Maybe, like I said, we might get something for Christmas, something a little bit better, but my hopes aren't high at all. So in turn, that has led a couple of people to join together and create a little bit of a boycott. If you guys want to participate, feel free. I'll post a link in the description for both of these documents. Basically, the first one just goes through everything that Kabam has done wrong, including like on their forums, their customer support, punishing the player base, and you guys can see the collusion, the little collusion term is there. The cheating, hacking that has never been addressed. You still got that one guy that's raiding every base, never taking any damage on harm accelerators, just blowing through everything without losing, you know, a tick of HP. And he's been reported multiple times and he's still there. So obviously this isn't addressed, and when it is addressed, usually it's just like a little temporary ban. So it's like whatever. They don't really address these things that well. Got game content, bugs, tons and tons of bugs. Jesus, where do we even begin with this? And this is basically what the petition comes down to, is until acceptable solutions to the above listed issues are met, we, the undersigned gaming community, will do the following on a wide scale. Negative reviews on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store. Spending on deals, offers, Energon purchases will be scaled back. Refunds will be requested through the Apple App Store and Google Play Store for anyone affected adversely by the issues whenever appropriate. And we'll continue to push and provide the knowledge and resources to the community on how to contact Google and Apple with their grievances to demand compensation. Oh boy, I didn't read that part, but damn, whoever wrote this, man, I give you so much props. I don't think I'd have the time or even the vocabulary to put all this together, but you're amazing, dude. And of course, it keeps going. If you guys want to read it, I suggest you guys do. It's really damn good. And there's a little petition here if you guys want to sign it as well. I will actually go through it and do it myself. It's just enter your alliance name, enter your in-game name, submit. And that's pretty much it. Your response has been recorded. So I suggest you guys go and do that. Greatly appreciate it. And we won't stop there, you know. We'll go the extra mile. We'll go to the Apple App Store right now. Search up. What are we searching? Transformers Forged to Fight. Open this bad boy up. Tap to rate. All right, here we go. That 1-star review. And you know what? We'll write a review as well, just so people know. Let's see, what can we do? Negligent developers. Because am I wrong? I'm not wrong here, right? It'd be bad like if I was clearly lying, but I'm not. Let's see, what can we do? No new content or bug fixes. Let's see, what else can we write? Punishing players. Nope. Let's do punishing the player base by reducing rewards due to what they considered collusion. Exploit. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. We can always go back and change it. So yeah, Kabam, if you guys are watching this, you know, step up your game. You guys have an amazing IP. It's Transformers, and you guys have definitely not, you know, kept it or maintained it the way you guys were supposed to. I mean, this game was doing really good at the beginning when it first came out, and it's just been very stagnant and just going downhill ever since the beginning of this year. So we'll see what happens. You know, if you guys want to participate in this, you know, go right ahead. I'm not forcing anyone to go ahead and do that, but if you guys feel the same way, I suggest, you know, doing that. Finally, you know, take a stand and let's see what happens, I guess. But anyways, I'll post the links to those things in the description below, and if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to post those in the comments. I'll try on this video to answer pretty much everyone that comments, and yeah, we'll see what happens between here and December. And after December, man, if still nothing comes out, I'm definitely done with this game. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later this week.